Okay, ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Happy
Hope,
St.
every,
Patty's Day.
hope everybody's doing well and ate lots of food and beer, drank lots of beer. We're
It's
going to
funny.
make,
I like the little meme about it's St. Patty, not St. Patty, and it's like a
uh-huh.
patty is a burger that has all on it.
No, 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 no.
It's just kind of
Okay, so upon request, this will be a short summarized version. So here it is. It looks like a mixed bag for tomorrow, Monday, usually a green day. So it's looking like it's scheduled, but not by that much. As you can see, it hasn't really moved that much. You can kind of say it's flattish, but looking on the upside. Just a reminder, last week things were down. So, it's going to pick up a little bit on Monday. So that's that. Okay, so we're going to look at the top 5 winners, top 5 losers, and then we're going to look at our Magnificent 7. Hopefully that will be in 15 minutes or less. EBC, Carvana, Coin, and Lucid, and Rivian, Beyond Me. Well, put Beyond Me on the notes. I want to maybe get a few shares for this. Let's look at EBC, our favorito. Man, this did really well. You basically could have dumped that in at any time and would have done amazing. Let's look at it on a daily. Still not doing too well, but it did an upside reversal of what it did on Thursday, and it looked like it had a lot of volume on Friday. But we'll still wait. Try to get it below 12. Between 12 and $10 would be amazing for you guys. Carvana is on her buy. It's also went 3.6%. It's just hovering around here. Hopefully it does a breakdown, but knowing things, how things go. Lucid, this thing is just in gutter land. If it does any pop up like crazy, just get it. Because this thing eventually will just die. Fisker is in a worse situation as well. Rivian at least has some high hopes. It's still above $11. But overall, this thing is kind of getting to gutter land at some point in its life. It's just barely hanging in there. Based on this, it's going cray down. MU has earnings in 3 days. It has been doing really well since last earning. Last earnings is still losing money. And it didn't do as well as it thought, but maybe it will do better this time. Who knows? Just keep that in mind that in 3 days, this will be having earnings. Meaty, this is obviously going down, and it's going to continue to go down. So, it had a little good day on Friday. And if it has a little bit of a good day on Monday, just get it and short it. Because that's where it's going, to Gutterland. Let's do the top 5 down. So Lyft was the winner of the losers. As you can see, it's less than $18 now. It did really good on the earnings. It's maintaining in this range between 15 and 18. So, until it breaks down from here or breaks out up there, I think it was more of a breakout on the positive. So, maybe this is a good buying opportunity, but I would not get it until maybe $16 or so. La fruta. Okay, CRM, close to 3%. Oh, it looks like this is starting to do like a little down direction. See if it continues below this 200 or 150 period line, but the trend is still an upward momentum. We'll see if it touches here, because then that's an indication that it's going to start to go down. Wavy is on hard buy. Hopefully it continues to go down. Dickety Dicks, this is the one that Miss Green was very interested on, and she was right. She said, see if you can get it between 225 and 220. And it did. If you got it at the top here at 220, it went down basically most of the day, which is what she had called for. And that's exactly what it did. This would have been a great short for someone. Amazon, the Magnificent Seven. You can see here, it's stepping up. It's every day going up. You know, it has a down day, but until it breaks these high up here, 180, if it gets back to above 180 here, I'm thinking it, you know, it's going to reach its goal of 190, but we shall see. It's consolidating in this area. And you'll just, if it keeps heading down, then that's, you know, where it's going to go. But otherwise, let's see if it surpasses this level. So then the next one that we want to look at the Magnificent Seven would be Apple, Sana. Here's Mansana on a daily view. Not doing as well as the other Magnificent Seven. The trend has crossed on a downward direction. So hopefully it continues, because if this goes down, guys, you want to get this. It's still a solid company. And if it breaks this point, make sure that you either get it around here, but the level that we have identified is this 140 range. So keep your eye very close to Apple. Keep a pulse on this, because this is a good buying opportunity if it continues on a downward direction. And as you can see, it basically, it did this crazy like jump up and then went down, level set, kind of maintained down here, and then pick back up. It looks like it's doing better it did better in the post market. So it might do good on Monday. So that's Apple for you. Look at Softy over here. Softy didn't do well on Friday, but it's still doing well overall. It's still at the highs. It's still kind of consolidating this area. It looks like it was going to break out, but then it level set it on Friday. I'm still not convinced that it's going to go down until I see it below the 50, at least. Then we can kind of see that it's at a negative direction. So just, you know, we could potentially see a breakout forward, but we shall see. Time will tell. This is very, very strong, and there's no stopping it. Okay, so that was Softy, that was Amazon. Let's take a look at Metalicious. Curving down a little bit, but still very, very high. Very similar to kind of Microsoft. Again, until it gets below that 50 period line, I'm not entirely convinced that this is completely breaking down. But, you know, just use it wisely. If it goes back up and bounces at 500, it could be a potential short, or it could break up north 5 bills. So just keep a quick pulse on this. The trend is your friend. It does have a gap to fill, so you know it could be a buying opportunity, a shorting opportunity above 520 or so. But it could also break out. So just make sure that you are in the right side of the trade. It is extremely extended, but it does have this huge gap to fill at some point. So just keep that in the back of your mind. And let's look at it on the minute level. Again, everything was kind of cray-cray, but it was a beautiful short, basically, if you got it up here and waited till the end of the day. That's Meta for you. Let's look at Tess.
Did you talk about MU already? I only say that because I see it in your thing here.
MU?
Yeah. No, did you?
Did,
I'm just asking.
no, I did not, but I will talk about it. I basically said
Never
it
mind.
will have earnings soon.
Okay, I just saw it there. That's why I was
Oh, maybe I did. Hold on a second. I did talk about it. I did because it was here. It did great on Friday.
asking. Okay, cool.
And then also I said it has earnings in 3 days.
All right, cool.
So yes, I did actually. So here's Tesla for you guys. It did a crazy like trick, which it likes to do. It likes to trick people. It likes to be very volatile and kind of like, trick people. But it was basically if you got it at the top and then got out at the bottom, got some at the top and got some at the bottom, it would have been a good for you. And then maybe go long at the end of the day. But Tesla is on hard buy.
At
Keep
the
that in mind.
160, that 160 value we had talked about.
Yes. So if you look at the daily, this thing it broke our level. So the next level that I see here is 150. It broke our 170. So now let's see if it surpasses that 150 area. Because the next thing that it should get would be 100 or 105. So, this is the next level to look out for, which is almost there at 150. So
Can you
here's a good,
push it back so we can see more? When
yes,
in
ma'am.
doubt, zoom out.
Here it is.
Um,
There's a little
so we
area of
get some
support.
support at 150, and then
Mhm.
okay.
And then here.
Hmm.
I think it's a good buying opportunity if you can get it here, honestly. But, you know, the EVs are not doing very well, in my opinion. So use your judgment wisely. And if you are gonna get anything EV, you got to get the best, which is Tesla, because everything's kind of rock bottom. This thing was over here in Gutterland a long time ago. This area of 150 or so is sort of the best price, I would say. But this one's even better at 100. So use your judgment wisely. Nikete has earnings in 4 days, so that's Thursday. So keep an eye on that. Will it go up or will it break down? Last time it had some really good earnings, according to this, but because of the revenue and the outlook, it went down to the gutter land. So will it continue to go down? We had identified 89, 90 at a good price. So let's see if it gets there, because that's your buying opportunity. So keep an eye out, guys, for Nikete, aka Nike. And it was a beautiful short on Friday. Let's see. Anything else? We got Amazon. We did. Did we do Amazon? Yes, we did Amazon. We did Softy. We did Meta and Apple. Am I missing anything of the Magnificent Seven? Oh, let's look at NVDA. Yes. Here's NVDA for you AI craze people. It was basically going down in the pre-market, and then it was sort of very volatile, trying to trick people, and then it shot up, basically level set, it stayed up here, and then it went down at the end of the day. As you know, this thing has been very strong. It's consolidating here, going on a little baby step down. We want to make sure that it continues on this path before getting too comfortable, because it could shut up and get to 1,000, because that's when a lot of the analysts have it marked up. So just keep an eye on it. If you're thinking about getting into this, make sure that if it changes the direction that it's against you, just KAT, get out, because this thing could swipe you. So just be careful. And you know, it could break up, but it could certainly break down. So it's at all-time highs, and this thing is watched by many, many eyes at the moment.
Just
So
pray.
that's it. Yeah, it's cray. So that's all I have.
I said just pray.
Let's pray that it goes back down at some decent level, folks,
Yeah.
because it does have a lot of gaps to fill. And you know, some people are gonna get their money, so eventually it is gonna, you know, swipe the people's butt if you're thinking of, you know, getting at the highest. So just be careful, and that's all I can say. And I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of more things to go over with, but that's all I have for now. And again, I apologize for not including my financial review, but I promise, next time I
What
will.
financial review is this?
My little excerpts of
You
financial
can do it if
statement
you want
books.
to.
Huh?
You can do it if you want to.
But you said it would be a short
Yes,
review.
because we started by
Huh?
yes, because we started late. But you're welcome to do your excerpt.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the book. I'll be here in 5 seconds. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry folks about that. I don't know where I was. I had a little bookmark, but I lost it. Somebody lost it. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I believe we went over cash. I believe we went over accounts receivables. Let's go over inventory. So we were, just to review, we were talking about the balance sheet, and the balance sheet is composed of assets and liabilities, which will give you your assets minus liabilities will give you your worth. And we were going over every single aspect of the balance sheet, including cash, accounts receivable, inventory, prepaid expenses, and current assets, which will give you the current assets. So here's inventory. Inventory is both finished products for ready sale to customers and also materials to be made into products. A manufacturer's inventory includes 3 groupings. Raw material inventory is unprocessed materials that will be used in manufacturing products. Work in process inventory is partially finished products in the process of being manufactured. Finished goods inventories is completed products ready for shipment to customers when they place orders. As finished goods inventories is sold, it becomes an accounts receivable and then cash when the customers pay. Okay, after inventory, we have prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses are bills the company has already paid, but for services not yet received. Prepaid expenses are things like prepaid insurance, premiums, prepayment or rent, deposits paid to the telephone company, salaries, advances, etc. Prepaid expenses are current assets not because they can be turned into cash, but because the enterprise will not have to use cash to pay them in the near future. They have been paid already. So there's a thing called current asset cycle. Current assets are said to be in working assets because They are in constant cycle of being converted into cash. The repeating current asset cycle of a business is shown below. Cash buys inventory. Inventory, when sold, becomes account receivable. Account receivables upon collections become cash. And so it's a little cycle. So I will go over more asset types and then I will call it a day, because then we have a second section here, which I will go over, and I will put a note here for next time. So more asset types. In addition to a company's current assets, there are other two major asset groups listed in the balance sheet: other assets and fixed assets. These so-called non-current assets are not converted into cash during the normal course of business. Other assets is a catch-all category that includes intangible assets such as the value of patents, trade names, and so forth. The company's fixed assets, so-called property, plant, and equipment, PP&E, is generally the largest and most important non-current asset grouping. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the next summarized review that I will be talking about fixed assets at cost and depreciation. And that's all I have for today. Any questions?
Facebook. Let's see. Did that come back up to fill the gap a little bit? The daily, probably what I'm looking at.
No.
That's Meta.
Well, Meta is Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you already talked. I'm sorry. I didn't mean Facebook. I meant Dollar Tree.
All right, folks. This is a great example of going with your gut type of thing. Miss Green and I had discussed this ad nauseum. And because we didn't review, we didn't get a few shares. And look at this gap, 150 to 130. That was about, $20 per share. We could have gotten a few
Had
shares.
already been in it on the short, just at least one share, just to have.
Yes. And look, they did not as expected. And Leanna predicted this because she said, this is so high. I mean, she thought they would do good, but not this good.
Yes.
And as she predicted, yes, as she expected, she was correct. And you can see that this gap is tremendous.
I'm hearing that the outlook is not good either, and they're closing stores.
Yes.
Because they're owned by the same people, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. So it may continue to let's look to see if we have some levels here that it could get to. I'm just wondering.
It's going to continue to go down for a bit. So no levels here.
So
huh?
Yeah, so it looks like it could be 100.
Yes, the only semi-level is this one, 115.
Yeah. But what happened when it went there? It gapped down. It continued to go down. So
the only level I see here is this 115.
So we'll say 115. It's the upper range to 100.
Yes, ma'am. Correcto. Let me put a line here.
Okay, so yeah, so it could keep going.
Yes.
Yeah, this could keep going, Alyssa.
We'll put a line right here, baby, at 115. And this is where you want to buy it at, around here.
Yeah, so I think this is still a good short. Even with
yes, it's a great short. I think it's going to continue to go down
a little bit. So let's see what it does on Monday, and maybe if we can get in 130 or so, it will be worth it. I don't see
and it had a good day on Friday, which is unusual, I guess, because everything was
down so much the 2 previous days.
And everything was down on Friday, so you know this is gonna pop up just slightly a little bit tomorrow.
But that's
And
gonna
it is
go, yeah, it's gonna go against the grain because I could see, like you said, it coming up a little bit, but then going, because I think you kind of have to keep going down.
I don't disagree.
Um, hmm. Let me see. Let me put this on the notes.
Why don't you put it on the notes?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. DLTR, short pop. All right, that's all I wanted to know.
All right, so that's it. That's all I got. And you may rest and watch your Lala.
Yeah, I was just I had on this Naked and Afraid season 1, episode 6. It's not that one.
Who's esta? All right,
I'll
Leanna, I
be,
gotta
I'll
let
be
you
here.
go. Sounds great. I'll talk to you later.